Because electricity demands haven't increased meaningfully in the last 20 years, we haven't had to innovate at the same pace. Utilities haven't had to deploy new infrastructure at the same pace as other parts of the world where they're growing much more rapidly. So we got caught flat-footed a little bit. And so really the big bottlenecks in terms of bringing new loads online is really related to grid interconnection. And there's a few subcomponents of that. Number one is the actual utility service upgrades. So right now, for a number of different customers that we have, they're looking at 2, 3, 5, sometimes even 7-year lead times to get the interconnection agreement from the utility to be able to, or to get the service upgrade from the utility to be able to connect their data center, connect their fleet charging hub. Obviously, they can't wait that long, sort of forced to look at other solutions, or most of the time, they're forced to look at different sites. The second is component lead times, especially on transformers. For a lot of the types of transformers, we're looking at 2, 3-year lead times, and that can be a major bottleneck in terms of getting projects online. And then the third one is really around the unique challenges that are being presented by AI data centers. These AI workloads create very spiky loads, and those fluctuation can cause all sorts of challenges for the grid. Harmonics, very, very fast ramp rates that utility cannot handle very well, all sorts of issues. And so that's a really, really big one that we need to solve for. And then on the momentum piece, kind of where we see the biggest innovation and the biggest interest is in how we can shift energy generation locally and behind the meter. That is the best, that is the fastest way to get new large loads online without straining the utility and without breaking the bank. Previously, though, the big challenge around why distributed energy had been difficult to deploy widespread and at scale in the past was because of the complexity of systems. Because when you have multiple different types of energy sources and loads, AC, DC, different voltages, that requires a lot of equipment to be able to manage and integrate that seamlessly. And because of that, every single site was designed uniquely from scratch, and it's just not cost effective. It's not scalable, creates a lot of failure points. DG Matrix has now flipped that on its head, where we can say we've got a single unit solution that can integrate all of these different sources and loads simultaneously and effectively eliminate the systems engineering associated with distributed energy systems. You can eliminate the bespoke nature of these deployments. And so with a single standardized hardware solution, you can deploy across hundreds, thousands of sites with the exact same hardware. And you shift all of that flexibility into the software layer. So the antidote for grid interconnection challenges is behind the meter energy, and specifically simplified behind the meter energy solutions like those that DG Matrix is deploying for our clients in the data center and electrification spaces.